kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll just get rid of it. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. And it's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing to start the drive. Cox. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd down and 5. From the gun. Cox. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there by holding him for a short game.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. It appears they're going to mark him short of the first. They go with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked up.
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Off the play fake. Rhodes. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cox.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a second and 3. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's still barreling through. And he'll be out of bounds.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Jacobs. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal.
Off-play action. Cox eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake. Rhodes. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Max Crosby able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
49 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking at mid-season form here in the opener.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3. Off-play action. Cox. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Off the play fake. Rhodes. Buying time to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. 7 yards, the pick up there. Here's Cox to throw on 2nd down. Will find his tight end. That's Waller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, They might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Cox looking to throw on 2nd down. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Cox. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Right down. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Thus far, they've been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A final shot before break. Rhodes. His throw incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you're...
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Tony Field gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. 2nd and 20.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take... First and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mayfield on play action. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Starts going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play fake. Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Point it right. Don't be scared of it.
Mayfield off the play fake. He's going to let this one go deep. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hey, 4 down. Mike, 4. Run. Mike, 4.
Back to throw. Cox. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Everyone got 4 down. Mike, 4. Back 60.
Now Cox to throw on 2nd down. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Raiders. To throw is Cox on 1st down. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Back to throw again. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to throw again. A short one here, secured by the tight end Waller. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Get ready. Mike, 4. Hey, watch the slant.
Cox now throwing on 1st down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw pulled in by Schwartz. That catch good for only a couple. Second and 8. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on the Ringo. Hurry, hurry. Up, up. Even. Alert, alert.
On 3rd down, Mayfield.
Let's go, defense.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry, 53, Mike. I got it. King. 53 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. I got you, punk. Check. 53 is Mike. Check.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Room for Jacobs there on first down as he takes this one forward for a pickup of about 7.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Here's Cox looking to throw on second down. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Cox from the gun, he'll throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. At second down. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other.
And that is caught. It's runs. Touchdown, Vegas. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield on first down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Hurry!
Watch the slam.
From the gun, Mayfield.
53.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Watch his slam. Watch his slam.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 15. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 45.
Run. You don't want none. Mike 5. Hey, D-line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
2nd and 10.
Target.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Let's get off the field, D. Mike 5.
In your face.
Alert!
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hawk 70. Pull together. Mike 4. All day, pump.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Looking to throw. Cox. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's A.J. Cole now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Do this.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Around the NFL, they're in the 4th now in Green Bay. And the Packers have just scored, and they'll add on to their lead. A win would be their first of the young season. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because...
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 19. Spins past him. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hurry! Point it right.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
To throw, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 49 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is caught. And they're going to see this one in. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. offense set to get this drive started. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.